Good morning. So this is the continuation of the discussion on the principles of uh, orthographic projection. So in my previous discussion, I know that you did not understand it fully because it is very what we call this, it's not easy to understand the principles because I know that this is your first time you encountered orthographic drawing. If there are some of you, but only a few. So this is how we are going to interpret the principles. So as I've said in our previous discussion, there are 11 principles. So I have here a presentation of the orthographic drawing as well as the isometric drawing. So take note, I am just using a simple box. So how to interpret the principles? It is very easy. So I am going to assign letters for the surfaces. So in my previous discussion, there are 6 faces of an object. So I am going to assign letters A, B, C. This is intended for the front view, the top view, and the side view, right side view. And on the left side view, I am going to assign as letter D. Rear, I am going to assign letter E. And the bottom portion of the box, I am going to assign F. And as for the corners, I'm going to assign numbers. So there are 8 corners in our model. So 1, 2, number 3, number 4, or corner 5, corner 6, corner 7, and corner 8. So by the way, I am using invisible lines to represent so that you can identify the rear portion of the object, the right side, and as well as the bottom portion. So this is how we are going to interpret the principles. So the principle number 1 states that the top view is directly over the front. So as you can see in our model, this is our front, this is the top. So in our presentation orthographic, I have here the front view. So directly over the front is our top. And number 2, the side views are in line horizontally with the front. So front and side. So if you're going to look at the isometric drawing box, in line or aligned position of the front view with the side view. Number 3, the width of the side view is exactly the same. So as you can see, this is the width or the depth of the top view, meaning to say ang gilad mon, and this is the width of the side view or ang iyang gilap doon. So if you're going to analyze it, it is the same. Now, how are we going to understand or interpret these principles? So I have assigned the numbers and letters in order to identify. So if we're going to interpret this isometric to our orthographic, this one is our surface A, and this is assigned as our front view. And where is the front view in our orthographic? This is the front view. So therefore, you are going to write or copy surface A. And your surface B which is assigned on the top view. Where is the top view in our orthographic? This is the top view. So, you have to write or assign letter B, while this one is letter C. No? Then, number 4, the surface parallel to the plane of projection is shown in its true shape and size. So, mauna ni ron ang ato ang assignment. Number 5, the surface perpendicular to the plane of projection is projected on that plane as a line. So, where will be? Focus on the front view. Where will be the top surface of our object? So, if we're going to interpret where will be the surface B. So, if we're going to extend our box so that we can imagine that this is our box, this will be our surface B. But since we are not allowed to use this, so I am going to use darker line, but supposedly we are not allowed to use this in our orthographic projection. I am just showing you what is the shape of the object when it comes to the orthographic drawing presentation, so that you can interpret well will be the surfaces that is perpendicular to our eyesight. So, this will be our surface B. This is our surface C. But since we are not allowed to do this in our orthographic projection, this surface will be pulled towards you. So, this line becomes our surface B. This line will become our surface C. While this line will be our surface D, and the other one under or the bottom portion is our surface F. Okay, so now let's go to our side view. This one is our surface C, and this line will be or is our surface A. This one is our surface E. This one is surface B. And the last surface letter F or surface F. Now, going to the top view. This is our surface B. This one is our surface A. This one is C. This one is D. And this one is E.